It must be time for a penny hunt. Because if it isn't, then I got the wrong box up there and I've got the wrong collection books. Well, we might as well go ahead and do it. Let's get right to it. We're looking for Wheaties. We're looking for varieties. Onward. Hi, this is Silver Chupacabra, and we are going to be hunting for some penny finds today. Love to see some Wheaties pop out here. I'd love to see some varieties pop out. I haven't really had any varieties for a couple of box hunts now, so that would actually be nice to do. Here is one of the collection books. This is the 1941 to 1974 book. Just short reminders here. This page is looking good. Nice shinies, by the way. Shinies actually go all the way up into the mid 50s. So it would be nice to get some of these. And these are definitely all the ones you're seeing here that are empty. They're very viable, meaning we should be finding them. It just takes some luck and it takes some boxes, but there's no rarities there. And basically the same thing for here, other than the steel cents. I'm not even imagining the day that I can find a steel cent, but that would be very, very cool if it did happen. So this collection book is looking pretty healthy, to be honest. This one, the one that goes from 1909 to 1940, actually through the 40s. This is the one that has many, many a hole. So this one, they're going to be harder to get. It's as simple as that. The older they are, the harder they're going to be able to find in circulated boxes at pennies. But we're going to try. And anytime we find one is an honor, basically. Let's go ahead and just kind of take a look at the enders here. See what we got. Okay, so here's our top of our box. This does have holes on the bottom, but this box is falling apart within my hands here. The back's already falling apart. And the thing is, when I did look at the bottom holes, it just was not clear enough to even show. So we'll just show the top version. And you can see, you definitely have coppery looking ones in here. And zinc, of course. You get some with the shields, but you know what? Not a bad looking box. And I was actually noticing that one right there. I don't know if that's a 9 after the 5. It kind of looks like a 6. It'll be the second one we look at, that's for sure. We're hoping that's our Wheatie, or a Wheatie at least, one of the enders. So there's some good looking coins there. We'll have to see what's inside, of course. Let's go ahead and get her going. Roll one into the box, and we've already got finds on the laydown. Starting with that was an ender. Canadian, of course. Love getting Canadian coins. I do have a collection book for that too. I just didn't show you at the start. And I always, I never get the turnaround right. 1985. Awesome. Now, as I had said, this is not the only one. As I was going through with my trusty magnifying glass, I saw this beat up wheat shock here. Yay, boy howdy. My. That's pretty. Oh, you know what? This could be old. This could be 1958 for all we know. Let's do a slow roll. She's got pretty decent detail in the obverse. I'm thinking 40s or 50s. And 50s it is, oh, 55. Just on the outlook, it does not look like double dye material. And if it was, well, the reverse is making it very value-wise a good piece. But anyway, I still have the rest to look at. Great start, by the way. Wheatie and a Canadian, and we're not even done with the roll yet. Okay, on to the second roll, and if you remember, we had an ender on the second roll we thought was probably going to be a Wheatie. And there it is. It is a 1956 Philadelphia in this instance. I'll show you the other side. Would not have been a shock if that was a memorial on the back. That definitely would be a rarity. It would be nothing. Anyway, 1956 out of Philadelphia. I have a whole roll to check through. And I would say this right now. The two rolls opened. Got a lot of good variety. In fact, not a whole lot of newbies in there. So I'm actually pretty jazzed about this box. We'll see if that stays with me throughout. But anyway, cool start. Roll 5. And we've got to find and the laid out roll. As you come down here, you're going to spot the perimeter with a bunch of dots. And the fact that it says Canada there, that's a... I would think that's a little bit of an earmark. This looks old. And I don't know why I'm saying that, because my knowledge of Canadian coinage is zilch. I've learned a little bit as I've been collecting them. And it almost seems like this is going to be one of those Canadian versus U.S. penny fine ones, but we're going to find out. This could be a King George, and that would be awesome. Oh, I saw the date before it came in, but this is still cool. 1962. That would be the younger portrait of our late Queen Elizabeth II. But cool find. Nice. If you don't know this about Canadian coins, they do not have the U.S. You can just flip over, but this one, it flips over like that, and I always forget about that. Anyway, we will check through the rest of this roll, but that is a cool find. You're on roll 10. I just laid out a bunch here, and down on the back end here, we got another Canadian friend. Man, it's the third set that's come off these first 10 rolls. Pretty cool. It is a 1971. Is that about 52 years old? Nice. I guess I could show the verse. A little gunky, but whatever. I've still got a whole roll of coins to really go through. So, be back if I find anything. On to roll 11. And I've already started going through the roll here, through the laydown, and came across that. It is a 1957 Wheatie out of Denver. As you can see. Cool. Third Wheatie find in the box. I'll come back in if I find anything else in this roll. Okay, I'm on roll 14 of this box hunt, and just laid out the roll itself, and I cannot believe what's at the end of this roll. I really have never expected to actually find this coin, but it's here. I don't know if you out there recognize the wreath of that coin. This is a U.S. penny, by the way. That is an IHP, an Indian head penny. Never expected to find one in a circulated box hunt. Why would I? Why would anybody? And this thing, it looks like it's in good condition, too. Let's go ahead and check out the obverse. There it is. In all of its glory. Trying to take the shadow out of there. You can actually see a bit of the Liberty. It's not a clear Liberty, but it's there. It is there. Probably like F12 condition at best. Maybe F15. I doubt it, though. But still, it's a find among finds. Like I said, never expected to ever find this in a circulated box. I mean, perchance. But come on. It's like finding a flying eagle scent, for heaven's sakes. Actually still have the whole roll to look at, so just flabbergasted about this. Shocked. Come back to find another one. Well, another weedy. If I find another Indian head penny, I'm probably going to faint. Okay, just laid out roll 15 of this box. And this has been a pretty decent box so far. And it's not just because of some of the finds, especially that Indian head penny. Getting a lot of 60s and 70s action in here. Finding a lot more, let's just say older browns. When it comes to these things, I actually went past what I was going to find there. There we go. Take a look at that. It's a wheat, and I think it's a wheat that I have a hard time finding, or I may not have found it in roll hunts, but anyway, it's a 1955 San Francisco. Nice. To maybe do a little looking on the microscope with this, but anyway, we'll find. Nice. Still got the whole roll to go through. I'll be back if I find something. Roll 19, and we've got another Canadian visitor. It's going down the line here. See if you can spot it. Right there. A little dirty there around the rim itself, but we're looking at the reverse. Whoa. 1965. Nice. We'll have your portrait. Of course, I turned that around wrong. This is the fourth Canadian penny. Not in the best of shape, but it's a find. I will come back if I find anything else in this roll. Okay, roll 20 of the box. Just laid out the coins. And we got another Canadian visitor. Right there. It's got that, I think it's a dodecahedron shape there with the coin. It's not circular. And there she is. Watch Jeff actually turn it around correctly. Woohoo! Hey, OC thought I did a pretty good job with that too. 1991. Fifth Canadian on the board. Canadians are beating the Wheaties 5-4 right now. Of course, the Indian head trumps all of that. Anyway, I'll look through the rest and bring you back in if we find something. Okay, we are on roll 25. It's gotten a little bit dry here in the past 10 rolls, but I wouldn't have brought you in if we didn't have something to look at. So we go down the laid down roll. You should be seeing some dots. This definitely has been a Canadian street fest. There we go. Right there. So we got the obverse showing up here. That's one of the older Portraits of Elizabeth the Deuce. I'm going to turn this correctly, like that. And there we go, 1993. A little murky dirty there for the whole coin. That is someone there. I'll put them in order. That's 6 so far out of the first 25 rolls. Pretty cool. I do have the whole roll to still look through. Bring you back if I find something. Yeah, we are on to roll 41. Yes, that's right. Roll 41. I do believe the Indian head penny, that beautiful IHP that I found earlier, broke the box. Because I don't think we've actually found much of anything until now. I mean, I wouldn't have brought you in for just nothing. Just laid it out, and as we go down the list, it looks like it's just actually some prospects. But I tell you what, this box has had a lot of 60s and 70s in there that have looked good, and no, it hasn't. Well, look at that one. Looks like either a 1930 or 1920. Let's bring it out a little bit to check out. And there it is, 1920. New mint mark in Philadelphia. A little bit of schmooze there. There is the reverse. Decent shape. Definitely wearing the top of the shocks there. But anyway, well, hopefully that's kind of a turn here since we are on the last 10 rolls. Hopefully that turns into a good, I don't know, a good shiny leaf. Don't even know what I'm even talking about. I hope I get some more Wheaties. This is what I'm kind of saying. I'll check the rest of the roll, see if we got anything. You're down to the last 2 rolls of this box. We are on 48. I've actually been already going through the roll itself. Ran into that one, 1940 out of Philadelphia. Cool. I'll be back for finding something else in this roll. On the last roll, roll 50. At least this last 10 rolls have been a little bit more interesting, but finally, I don't think I've actually had the reverse sitting out on any of these coins so far. Everything has been found for the obverse. I do have one here. Let's find out what we got. Pretty detailed. Definitely 50s or 40s, probably more like 50s, but we'll find out. Let's do the unveiling. 57D. Actually, I've got one of those, but it's a find. I haven't been actually doing that here. I'll go through the rest of the roll there and let you in if I find something. Okay, so there's the big empty. We are done with the penny box. As you can see, what do we got? I think, 7 wheat fines and that Indian head plus 6 Canadian coins, which is pretty cool. I am thinking about adding another box. What will be really interesting with that box is that they're all actually customer wrapped. I've never found, well, I might have found sort of a collection. If you remember the Canadian versus US video a long way back. I think I got like 30 some odd Canadian cents out of that, and I don't know, it was in the teens for the wheats. But anyway, for the most part, even if any coin denomination, even halves that I've ever got have been just disappointments, because, well, you're thinking, woo, collection, woo. So anyway, I'm going to think about it here. As you see, I got like these coins to go through for varieties. While I'm doing that, I'm going to basically think, whether to add or not. We'll find out when we come back. Okay, so I have actually decided to go ahead and throw another box into this hunt. There it is. You can see most of these. I thought they were all actually customer wrap, but as you can see, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Looks like there's 8 professionally, if you want to call it, rolled pennies there, and the rest are customer. So it's going to be interesting. As I've said before, the ones I usually get do not have anything in them, other than taking them apart and putting them back into rolls, because that's what my bank wants me to do. Anyway, let's go ahead and get going on it. Okay, so it's hard to tell. We are actually, looks like we're on the 7th roll. Anyway, I've been going through these customer wrapped rolls. I haven't made a decision on them yet. It's been pretty so far. This is a good find, but I mean, nothing weedy-ish. 1959D, I think, is the oldest one I've seen out here. But we do have another Canadian visitor. There she is. Not younger self. This is more like 80s, late 70s. Turning it over right. Oh, I'm not even close. It's 93. Okay, well, anyway, another Canadian. That's 7 in the lot. That's cool. I'll bring you back if I actually find something. I'm not too enthused about it so far, but, I'm going to have to start thinking glass half full. Okay, roll 13 of this box. Yes. It's not one of my favorite boxes, that's for sure. I don't know. We did come with the Weedy here, which is cool, of course, if I can find it. Here we are. 1956D. It's a red-brown. More brown than red, to be honest, but, it's got some pep to it, which is pretty cool. It'll be our second 56D of the day. This is kind of what's coming up here. A lot of new, but a lot of just junky looking coins. I don't think, obviously, this is not a collection dump. If it is, it's the worst collection dump of all time. It is. It's like this person was keeping coins in a dark, dank basement that flooded. I don't know how to describe it. I've gotten to look at least for a few varieties, but not a whole lot. Anyway, let's go on. I do have a little bit more to look at there, but it was cool to actually find a Weedy there. Rule 17 of this second box. Mostly customer rolled, and as we go down, a little past there, there's the familiar perimeter of dots. I forget what they call them beads, I think. It will be Canadian. A little younger portrait there, 70s, 80s. Almost did it wrong there. 1975. Bill Beans. I'll check through the rest of the rolls, see if anything pops up. On to roll 24. So about halfway through here. And I think I've kind of come to the conclusion that this is just somebody's loose change piece. As I mentioned, some of these coins are just dirty. They're sticking together. So I'm not really expecting to find much in here, to be honest. Maybe some varieties, and I have looked through a few. But this roll actually had that. It's pretty cool. Got a little bit of wear to it, too. I'm actually thinking this is got a little bit of age to it. Well, I would not be surprised to see a low number on this one, so let's check it out. 19. Is that a 1920? This is another 1920. This is the second one we've had. Well, not from this box. One from the first box, and now this one. Huh. Cool. I'm just trying to get that a little closer. Yep, 1920 Philadelphia. Cool. I do have a little bit more. I'll come back in if I find something. Roll 33 is up. About halfway through this roll. And that popped up. 1952D. Cool. Pretty nice shape, actually. Bring it back in if I find something else. Getting close to the end of this second box. Roll 47. Yeah. And just spread out the roll, and there's a nice shiny 84 Canadian sitting out there. I changed that around wrong, but pretty cool. We'll add that to the collection. That's 9 Canadians now. I'll be back if I find something else. Okay, so there's the end of the second box. Not much to it, but we went through it anyway, and, well, let's go ahead and get ready for a summary and a collection book check. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so here we are with the finds, and as you can see, it's not a whole lot, at least on the weedy side, and it definitely got a pretty good bunch of Canadian scents there. It was nice. So anyway, let's go ahead and go through here. 1940 Philadelphia, 1952 Denver. I've got a 55 Philadelphia and a 55S for San Francisco. I've got a 56 Philadelphia, 56 Denver. And I got a Harry 57 out of Denver. Thought I'd get that out of the way. Obviously, it wants to stay there. And 2 of them, actually. Here are some of the Canadian scents. Starting with the oldest, 1962. Love these finds, by the way. 65. 71. By the way, I would tell you the mint for it. I have no idea where they mint Canadian coins. Maybe I should find that out. Maybe to the next penny hunt I have, I'll make sure I have that updated. Anyway, 71, 75, 84, 85. They're a little harder to read. They're a little shiny. It's nice. 91. A really scuzzy looking 93. And then a really nice 93. It's pretty cool. And then the best finds of the box. Or boxes, I should say, since it was 2 boxes. Get the shadow out of there. 2 1920s, one from each box, by the way. Philadelphia, and then, well, star of the show, 1902 Indian Head Penny. She's party. Nice. And now F15, F12 maybe. I didn't think I looked at the Liberty on the headdress here, and it's a bit worn, which I don't think it is why I would ever get VF. But anyway, there are the finds. I'm going to bring the collection books out, but something tells me it really probably will not have anything to put in. But let's go check. Okay, so here are the collection books. Those 1920s. Actually, I've got one for both the primary and secondary. But, shocker among shockers, this 1955S has an empty hull. Nice. Only other thing that was changed on the primary was this really beautiful 71. I should not be using my thumb for it. Yeah, that's all nice and shiny. Nothing changed. I did update, I think, one on the secondary for the shinies in the 60s, but I'm not going to show you on that. Let me close this up, and let's go to the Canadian book. I actually have 3 holes to fill here if I can do this. Sometimes these holes can be a little tight. I'm not going to push any farther on that one. And we got a 71. And I think that's going to prove to be kind of tight too. Oh, there we go. She actually got in. And then this 84. Cool, nice. So 3 of them on this one. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I'll get back to that later. But anyway, 3 fills on that one, and I believe there was one on this one, the 91. So, really filling out a lot of these Canadian coins. I actually do wonder just a little bit. I promise not to take up much time, but I don't get a whole lot of newer ones. So I wonder if anybody else has, if they do collect Canadian coins, has that deal. Of course, if you live in Canada, well, that's not a problem. Anyway, cool. Well, quantity-wise, obviously, this was not one of the best. But quality-wise, I did get a couple of 1920s. Anytime you can get a coin that's over 100 years old, I'm digging on that. But of course, the star of the show, other than being able to get a lot of Canadian small cents, star of the show is obviously that Indian head penny. First one I've ever found in a box set. Awesome blossom. I hope you enjoyed it. Probably going into Nichols next. I do have an order from Annex that hopefully sometime in the next couple of weeks is going to get here. I got to send an email for that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like. We will see you next time. Have a great day and week. Oh, and real quick, before I go to the exit music, I got a bunch of shinies here, about half a tube fill. I have a couple of my friends that just started penny collections would like to go through it, or at least have first shot at it. Had put a comment in the comment section, and you will get first shot at it. Bye.